late June 2021. I woke up early in the morning to speak to a staff member from my college. One of the reasons why was that I wanted my class to be online instead of in person. So after that, I took a shower because I told my mom that I wanted to go to the mall to buy some items, personal items, and some food. So me and my mom and sister went outside. It started raining it started raining outside. So by the time we got to the bus stop, I said that I was gonna head back and get my umbrella. My mom said I asked my mom where's my umbrella because I always keep my umbrella in the closet on top of a rack. She said that it's not in the closet; it's on the floor. I said where exactly? She doesn't give me a specific. She didn't. She didn't. She wasn't being specific when she was responding to me. She said on the floor. She said just floor, and she didn't respond back to me. So by the time I got back to the apartment, yeah, by the time I got back to the apartment, I was trying to search for the umbrella. I couldn't find it, and it took me a really long time to search for the umbrella. I was like, is it by the kitchen hallway? Is it by is it in the living room? I found the umbrella in the living room. So I made sure to lock the door and I went outside and all of a sudden once I finished after I told my mom about what happened, she immediately changed the subject. She started mentioning about what would happen to you if you go she said to me what would happen to you if you go outside with all your something about my personal belongings. She mentioned about my personal belongings. She said that I won't know what to do. She said because I'm gonna be on the streets and having my personal belongings while she die. I'm like, what the hell is going on? She immediately changed the subject. The subject me and my mom was talking about at the time, it was about the umbrella. So why did my mom change the subject from why did she change the subject? We went from talking about umbrella to talking about me being on the streets with all my personal belongings and my sister right beside me, and she's saying to me I wouldn't know what to do. I'm gonna be looking stupid on the street while people pass by me, right? And I said to myself, what the hell? She's referring to herself dying. This is what she's based on the context she's given me. Since my mom seemed to not recognize her own thoughts at that time, she's giving me information that the supercomputers is giving to me rather than her, because the AI hides her mind from making her understand what she's saying to me. The meaning, her meaning doesn't it doesn't correspond with the way she's thinking at that time. So I'm saying to myself, wait, something's not right. What the? Something's not right with her attitude. She just suddenly just had this bad attitude towards me. I was just waiting quietly. I just got the umbrella and then I came back and I just mentioned about how I couldn't find the umbrella, and then she snapped on me. And then she just started mentioning about my personal belongings being outside, and I'm gonna look stupid standing there with my sister. My sister just graduated from high school, and I'm a college student, so I have at least how many classes? At least 5 classes left until I get my associate degree, if I do, because I may have a class that I may not be able to keep up with. Maybe this is physics, and physics I don't. It seems that I'm not really it seems like I don't have good professors or teachers to teach me the material, knowing that I have other courses. So I may flunk the class, or I may pass the class. I don't know until I see the professor or you could say teacher. So once the bus arrived, my mom didn't she didn't go on the bus with me and my sisters. Instead, she pretty much was just standing. out of place. And me and my sister got on a bus, and my sister just looked at me like, "What the hell just happened?" So by the time me and my sister reached our destination, we s- we pretty much waited for our mother, and we didn't see her on the bus. My sister, maybe an hour and 20 minutes later, received a text message from my mother. She said that she's at the Q5 bus stop already. She texted me, my mom texted me. She said Q5. I'm like, how she got to the Q5 already? You have to be on a bus. The bus that we just took, the Q25 or the Q34. You have to be on one of those buses, and we didn't see her pass us. And I was looking at every bus, and I didn't see my mom. My sister also was looking. She didn't see our mom. So my sister said to me that mom must ducked her head so we wouldn't see her. Something wasn't making any sense. So by the time me and my sister walked to the Q5 bus stop, because the bus goes to the mall. We saw our mom, and I explained to I wanted an explanation from my mom about what she did. My mom said that she said she got on the bus and she arrived at the Q5 bus station, and she still never gave me an explanation. What bus she got? I asked my mom what bus she got on. She never gave me any explanation. My sister just stood there, just staring at our mom. She said that mom's acting weird. No, this is not the first time that this happened, right? Where my mom behaved rationally. This makes the third time. The first time that my mom started behaving this way was in 2017, and also my sister. I remember on June 2000, I mean, not June, January 2017, my mom and my sister were all of a sudden right in front of my face. And they were telling me how my personal belongings is going to be outside in the bush. And people are going to snatch my personal belongings away. There was another time where my mom and my sister were going grocery shopping in Walmart. And my mom kept saying to my sister that my brain needs to be electroshock. And I don't understand what my brain has to do with it. My mom started using the word electroshock a lot, way too many times. And also the people on the internet, people that I never interacted with, would give me these cryptic messages. They would these cryptic messages would contain information about me having my brain electroshocked. They said that it's something that my either electrocuted or it needs to be shocked to fix the brain because something's wrong with my brain. And this was the time where I was concentrating on my ideas, right, and giving people context about the situation that I was in, right. When people started telling me that that I can't explain myself, and you know, I was starting to pretty much handle the way I talk to people and make them look like they don't know what they're talking about and make them aware that their talking is not theirs. It's when I started having my mom she started speaking this way to me. She started telling me that my brain needs to be electroshocked. Then I remember as she came home from the Walmart, she started attacking me and my sister. And my sister, she said something really strange to my sister. And my sister started crying a lot. And then my mom went to start with me. She mentioned about me being in the bushes, and I'm gonna be like the Rasta people, right? Sitting there and having and smoking, and I'm like, I don't even do it, I don't do stuff like that. I can't pretty much do drugs or anything, and I have a heart problems, you know. I'm just a simple person who pretty much really eats food. I really eat during that time because I didn't have much money, and I always drink sparkling water. That's all I ever do. And I go on the internet, try putting in for jobs. That's what I've been doing since I was living in a Palm Hotel at the time. I was living in Palm Hotel for nearly 5 years, right? Or how many years? 15, 16, 17, 18, 4 or 5, nearly 5 years. So it wouldn't make sense to tell a person who's actually doing the right thing to get electroshocked in their brain when they're doing the right things every day. So I start to see that my mom is not thinking the way she usually thinks. She's out of character. So this is why the way my mom talked on June 2012, late June 2021, she spoke exactly like she would usually speak to me when we was living in an old environment. She would tell me that there's something, she would tell me that I'm gonna be outside with all my belongings and I'm gonna be looking stupid. Or I'm gonna be outside with my belongings and people are gonna steal my electronics, right? That I'm gonna look so stupid. And I'm always put in a situation where people talk to me this way. Not just tell me that, that I'm gonna be outside. They just tell me anything about myself and I don't even know what they're talking about. They're talking strangely. So that's when I started concentrating on pretty much the way people speak to me. I write them down on my notes. I have notes. So when I question my mom, she still doesn't give me a response because she doesn't recognize. As I said, she doesn't recognize her own thoughts. She doesn't know that it was not her thinking that it was someone else. All right, so this is it for this video.